We live, fellas. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Art for Change podcast. This is your host, Mister Sapiosexual.
Hey, you already know it's your co-host BheeYou, because that's all you gotta do.
I like this. And this your boy AB coming to you from the Ville.
All right, hey. Let's start on like this. Hey, how did our day go? Y'all had a good day? It's Monday, you know.
Motion Mondays.
That's
That's what we call in today's episode.
Okay, I like that.
Now you know Monday's that day that you got to get back to work and do all that other stuff. You know, get back into the swing of work life for most people. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular day with a whole bunch of stress.
Yeah, and the beginning of the week, the work week. Yeah, we got a long week ahead of us. Hey, Mister, I got a question for you.
What's your question, brother?
All right, so one of my coworkers, I had to talk with him today, and like he felt like as a man he can't like vent, like talk about his problems because it seems like a weakness to him.
Okay.
This actually happened today. Literally, it actually happened today. So how do you feel about like the mental like health awareness for like men?
For men, it's heavy. Mental illness for men. I think that men struggle with mental illness and we don't speak about it often because we look at it, like you just said, as a weakness. Most men look at complaining or having emotions and things like that as being less of a man. So most men bottle their feelings in. Most men don't have people to talk to unless they have like a man circle or anything like that. Most men use, close friends as therapists instead of actually a licensed psychiatrist or like a licensed therapist, for their mental problems. And I think most men, saying we take life as a man as like, you're supposed to endure and go through things. So we don't look at mental illnesses as mental illness.
I can agree with that. 100%. It's hard for men as a man. It's hard to talk about, certain situations because it does make you feel weak. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be vulnerable. You got to be open to be vulnerable to somebody, and you got to, I feel like you got to trust that person and open in order to open up to them because as men we go through the same shit as everybody else does.
Right.
And statistically, men are most likely to commit suicide than women
Right.
are because, like we said, that men don't seek mental health professionals or anything like that to kind of curb that.
Hey, so does it take a professional? Because I see, and you brought up a strong word, which was therapy. Therapy is what I'm doing right now. This is my therapy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I seek help through my friends, but do you think you need professional help? You think you need to talk to a stranger?
I think it's I think everybody should have a psychiatrist or somebody they can talk to that's outside of your realms of influence, like a third party view, right? Friends gonna tell you what friends want to tell you, right? They're gonna try to boost you up, lighten you up. Like we kind of know that. That's what we kind of expect from our friend. We go to our friend, we don't want no bad information or be like, damn nigga, why you had to be so harsh to me like that? You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But if you go to somebody else that doesn't have that don't really know you, they only know what you tell them. You know what I'm saying? And they, their judgment is a little bit different than. So I mean, I've used like things like BetterHelp before. Just kind of have somebody to talk to about just random stuff going on in life, right? It ain't got to be nothing crazy, but I think it does help. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a different opinion from what everybody else give you that's in your circle.
Right, absolutely. I mean, I agree, and and this is coming from a person who has never sat down in front of a therapist. You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm not a person who deals with stress in the way that other people do. But my stress reliever came from me having ultimate faith in God. So I know that my belief system is set up differently the way that I operate. So I know that I am, different from most men. And I know most men may not have the same relationship or trust in God like myself. So you know what I'm saying, they may struggle with things of the natural.
Right.
All right. So with that being said, some people can't afford a therapist.
That's true. That's true. And
because that costs.
They're expensive. They're expensive. I mean, even when me and my old lady went through like therapy together as well, like yeah, that shit costs. It add up. That was like an extra $500, $600 a month. You know what I'm saying? Just for us to go sit down and talk to somebody twice a week. You know, to try to work out our marital issues. But I mean, that's a whole different topic.
That comes with healthcare.
Yeah, healthcare, and if you got healthcare pay for it. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay for whatever your copay is or whatever your deductible is. They will, you can file for, to get paid to pay your therapist or whatever through your health insurance. At least most that I know of, right? But I think it's good though. I think it's beneficial for everybody to talk to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
I agree.
I agree.
I definitely agree with that.
100%.
Some things, it's something I feel. Do you feel like it's like hard? Because I feel like sometimes it's hard to even talk to, people that you related to about certain stuff that's going on in your life because of that man complex we was talking about. That I don't want to sound weak or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want them to know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want them to know neither. You be like, shit. I don't want to tell. I need to talk to somebody though. Somebody got to hear me out and not be biased and be like, you know what I'm saying? Give me some words of advice that's actually useful in the situation, and just saying, oh, that's so bad, or you shouldn't have to go through that and no shit like that. But like, what should my next steps be? Like, in my mind, I'm thinking this, but this other shit's over here going on, right? And we need to get this fixed.
Right.
Honestly, goddamn. Hey, that was a good point. Yeah.
But men's Men Awareness Month, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month is June.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that, so I'm learning something today.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of statistics on like why men don't get help and stuff like that. But we just talked about it, so like,
yeah. So, with that being said, do you feel like you help people through talking? Are there people that you help through talking?
Yeah.
Through just easy conversation.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think it happens a little bit more randomly. Like, you might just meet somebody at, you could be anywhere, like a social place, social gathering place, or bar or some shit like that, or maybe even in the grocery store or something. But I do run into people that just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, just want to get some shit off their chest. I don't know them. I'm outside. I could probably say a little bit of something, but I try to give them words of encouraging advice or whatever the case may be. Or especially if I don't know them, I'm like, it's kind of fucked up situation. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let something out right now. Us doing this podcast, it made me like open up more, and this is the part of therapy for me. Actually, it made me open up more, like just being outspoken. Because I'm an outspoken person, but I'm a social introvert pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Y'all know me, man. I'm gonna say whatever, but you got to get me talking first.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then once I start, it's over for. But yeah, and I held a lot of stuff back. Like, everybody got their own problems. My problem was I didn't want to bother anybody else because, like I said, everybody got their own problems.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not about to call you and tell you about my problems. You got your own shit.
You got your own shit.
Going
Right.
on.
Yeah, like nigga, no.
I respect
But
that.
yeah, this is a good platform for us to openly bring people who wants to talk, who wants to let it out, who wants to vent, like stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is a good place for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we could do like a therapy Tuesday, therapy Thursday, something like that right there.
I think Thursday. I like the way that hit just now. Yeah.
Right. Therapeutic Thursdays. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And we could reach out to a licensed professional to have them on with us, and have like an open dialogue, even with the listeners. Let them be able to ask questions and get answers, stuff like that.
Goddamn, I like the way you're thinking right now. Hold up.
Art for change.
Hey, I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm gonna tell you, you're planting a seed. I'm gonna let it grow. You know what I mean? Miracle grow, baby. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, women obviously deal with emotions better than men. What about women?
I don't hold on. Time out. I don't think I can't. I won't necessarily say that women deal with emotions better than men.
Okay.
I would even argue to say that men deal with emotions better than women, because we don't think on emotion based. We think logically. I feel like most women think more emotionally and they respond more emotionally, and men respond more logically than emotion. If men responded emotionally over everything, shit, the world would be in chaos.
It'll be straight chaos. Like, straight chaos.
You just made some motherfucking sense just now.
Like,
I would have to agree with. I have to agree with you too, because I don't think women handle it a little bit better. I just think we handle things a lot different.
Nah, for real.
Okay.
Hey, see if you can get in the frame, Ski. BheeYou.
This thing be zooming in.
Yeah.
My mic.
I'm just trying to see, different looks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Keep the motherfuckers guessing.
All that AI in the background, trying to have my background. Got me blurred.
All right. So speaking of men and women, with the workforce, because I see a lot of there's favoritism, and then there's woman sexism.
There's a lot of sexism in the workforce.
Yes.
And they all in different forms and facets. Yo, I used to work for a guy that used to bruh, it was crazy because he used to come into the office and be like, yo, what y'all think about this girl over here? And then she don't know shit about IT, right? Like, but as long as he got
I can't in the office, she good to go.
Yeah. So we were in a different situation though. This is when I was in Afghanistan. So whatever comes onto the base is what's on the base. So
you happy with whatever you get.
You got these people in these positions that are like gatekeepers, bro. And literally, it's about what you know. They don't really care about skill wise. You'll learn it, right? Anybody can learn something, right? But when it comes to I see when I see a lot of sexism in the workplace, that's what I mean. I see people being hired for
the way that they look.
Their looks.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, but hold on. To be absolutely honest, in most fields, you're going to see that because everybody know that sex sells. It's a lot of fields. It's a lot of fields where you know, based on how you look, is how you get the job. Think
Right.
about modeling. You know what I mean? Think about marketing for even athletes. You know what I mean? The way that they get marketing deals is because they look marketable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So down to everything is based on how you look often. You know what I mean? Most times you can't get a job off not looking a certain way.
Facts. Facts. I mean,
Mm.
facts. I mean, racially the same way too, right? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and to be all for nothing, I would love to have us a female co-host, and of course, I would want a female co-host that is also naturally flattering to the eye. You know what I mean? Because I do realize, and I'm not dumb too, to think that sex don't sell. But if you could come because you want to look at her, and I can get you to think while you here, I've
Yeah.
won. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I would, but don't get it twisted. I won't want somebody who was just all glitz with no brain. You know what I'm saying? She would have to be both.
Yeah, it got to make sense.
Yeah. Because I mean, my name is Mister Sapiosexual. I mean, intellectual is what drives, what strives, what excites me. So you know what I mean. If you ain't intelligent or you can't have an intellectual conversation, it's hard for you to make it on this podcast.
Yeah, and if you can't be you. I agree with that. And back to the racial thing, are there certain races that y'all feel like are with women that are targeted?
Targeted. What you mean when you say that? Elaborate
with the workforce.
With the workforce. Race.
Like we do construction.
Right.
I only see Spanish women out there.
I agree with that, but I feel like, I hate to say it, I feel like more Spanish women actually apply and willing to do the job versus, you know, other ethnicities. I don't really see a lot of white women applying for these jobs unless they're in a higher position. I don't really see African American women applying for these jobs unless they're in higher positions. I see them more on the safety side than I actually see them on the construction side, unless they're in the office, you know, engineering or management or HR. But I don't see them so much in the fields. But I will see Hispanic women in the fields. So I don't know how you want to take that, but you know, they seem to be women who are willing to get their hands dirty.
Yeah. You just said some shit right there. Yeah, you just said some shit.
But you know, it's like that. It's like that globally too, though, right? Because they call that classism, right? So like, some jobs people feel like they're too good for it. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, when you see a majority of one ethnic group in a certain career field, it's because probably one, it's other ethnicities are looking at it and they're like, this is not something that I would do.
That's the black job.
Or like Trump said, that's a black job. You know what I'm saying? Taking the black jobs. You're taking black jobs. Like, but you know what I'm saying? That's there's a
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
The black jobs?
How you feel about the label of, oh, that's a white job, or that's a black job, or that's a Hispanic job?
We can say I don't really agree with that statement. You know, black jobs, white jobs. I mean, a job is a job. But I will say there is I would say each career fair has a majority ethnic group.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah,
like we can say like musicians and stuff like that, right? Like especially in like the hip hop culture, in the music that you know I like to listen to or whatever. Most people in the hip hop culture or in that realm are African Americans, right?
Right.
So is it? I mean, can a white person do it? I mean, You got Eminem,
Right.
a couple other people.
I like what you just said, and the reason of that is like just because they categorize it, that made me work harder because
Right.
I didn't see any black management where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me fuck here and just try harder. And then I don't discriminate. Like if you're good, you're good. You know, I'll bring some black people with me, but I mean, you gotta prove it.
Oh yeah, I'm big on that.
I'm big on that. Like it's just because you're black, I'm not taking you with me. Like at all. Like at all.
If you can't do it, we need to get done.
So let me ask you: are you harder on black people than you are your white employees?
I treat everybody the same.
Treat everybody the same.
I wouldn't say less harder on anybody. Especially in my career field, it's majority Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle of a couple of chocolate chips everywhere. But
so is AI? I mean, is IT considered a white job?
IT is a broad. It's broad. It's like construction, right? I won't necessarily say it's a white job, though. But if you was looking at the statistics,
I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
I would say yes.
You know what I'm saying? Go to one of these conferences, bro. You be like, whoa, hey, where my people at? Hey, y'all black? Y'all work over there? Hey, let me come holler at y'all. What kind of job y'all do over here? You know what I'm saying? I got going on. Nigga, let's network. Here's my number. Hey, I'll see you at the what's it called?
But it gotta make sense. That's my thing. It gotta make sense.
Hey, check what my man Marshall said.
What he say? Okay, kitchen, cook, restaurant, house, woman, cook. But what you got to say to that, Mister?
What you got to say to that? I brought it up.
Hey. I don't know, bro.
We leave a comment up there for a moment while we talking about it.
Yeah. Hey.
That's true though. How many restaurants you been to and been in the kitchen where you seen women in the kitchen cooking? Like it's a majority male-dominated field.
Think about it. When you hear the term chef, do you think woman or do you think men?
Yeah, but the women are bringing the people there.
The women are usually the host and the waitress.
Yes. They're bringing the people there
because that's what you see. That's what you want. That's the alluring you in.
Yeah, you don't see the nigga in the back.
You don't see the man. We in the back. Exactly.
Yeah. Like
so what he said, factual.
Yeah, he's correct. And like Hooters, nigga, you go to Hooters or fucking Wing House or anything like that. They wear the short shorts and they got regulars.
It's that ambiance you want. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make people want to come in.
You gotta sell it.
And I would be like, yo, I want to go see her today. Hey, I'll be there every fucking Monday. Hey.
I like the way she looks at me.
Exactly. And then she just fucking playing with my head like I ain't getting shit from her. Like, right. And I'm falling for it every Monday.
Every Monday. You gotta see her.
Faithfully. You back again? Yes, I am. Same shit. You already know what I want.
Yeah, but I'd rather look at her than him.
That's true. Just like I mean, to each his own. Everybody different.
But I will say this. Even though I would rather look at her and him as a waitress or a host, every man that I've had, most of the time end up being better servers than women.
Hey, you onto something because I go to Cheddar's and I request the same nigga every fucking time because he just fucking the nigga awesome. And I don't even use that word a lot. I kind of agree with that,
but you know what I mean, oftentimes,
Yeah. And
hey,
and then What you say?
How do you feel about getting a beautiful waitress when you with your woman?
I feel regular about it. Like,
I mean, it's my woman gonna look too. Shit.
hey, she gonna be like, hey, you see that? Hey. Yeah, I see it. I saw it before you, but since you brought it up, hey, now we both see it.
Now we both see
I'd be like, baby, you think she got a BBL? Look at it. I think she got a BBL. This is just not natural.
And niggas that get canceled, hey, we'll get canceled for a lot of shit like that. But so how y'all feel about cancel culture?
I don't agree with cancel culture. I feel like, but I also feel that if you're magnificent in your craft or in your lane, no one can cancel you. You know,
I see most people get canceled for like being in their field, but you know, like podcasts, like other podcast hosts and stuff like that. Like they'll be talking about something, they have these strong opinions about it, but then come to find out, you know, their real life is completely different from the stuff that they actually talk about.
Oh,
and so
that's some shit.
I see when people get it caught up when it come out, that's when they start getting exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Marsha said male weight is usually feminine.
That's what Marsha said?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh shit. Yeah.
Hey, it's but I you know, cancel culture is crazy. Like to cancel somebody, I mean, they got to start a whole nother career, bro.
What do you think is the reason to cancel someone?
Huh? I think the internet
is a good enough reason to cancel someone. Do you think the baby situation was a good reason to cancel?
He just said some shit. Hey, the internet, social media.
Yeah, social media, the internet gonna do it regardless. You know, people. If you go, you can post a picture of like anything, and somebody gonna comment on it. Somebody gonna have something either positive to say, negative to say, or something to say. Period. And if they feel like once the internet gets the wind of you, oh, this person is not who he said he was, they gonna run with it.
Yeah.
So do they deserve to get canceled? No, but I mean, I feel like you should talk the talk, but also walk the walk. You know what I'm saying? Like if you gonna tell people, like if you're gonna tell people, hey, you know, like that red pill movement shit, right? Only date women that don't have kids, you know, stupid stuff like that. They be telling people, I don't really know, but you know what I'm saying. If you're gonna be telling people that,
they be telling people, I don't really know.
Why you dating a woman with kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you?
I get what you're saying.
Other people advice about, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me, like you probably should be canceled because now you living. You know what I'm saying? You're not living like what you're talking about.
Living up to what you're talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hold on. I feel like it's subjective as well because it depends on who the fuck you are. Because
why you say that?
Like they try to cancel like Will Smith, like when he smacked Chris Rock, like stuff like it depends on who you are and how big.
Oh, you saying that the cancellation is selective?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends on who you are.
Based on who you are is where you fall amongst the cancellation.
Yeah, because nigga, we forgot all about that smack. Like,
yeah. So you saying if it was someone else that they would have been surely canceled? Is that where we go? Is that where we getting at with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nigga, think about Will Smith. Nigga, ain't no canceling him. Like he's been like fucking.
So Will Smith got canceled. I think he got canceled on a different level. Like,
okay, I'm ready for this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he slapped somebody at what was it, the Oscars or some shit? It was, yeah. Yeah,
Hold on
so
a second. Hold on a
Chris
second.
Rock. Yeah, Chris Rock.
he slapped Chris Rock. So they probably canceled him from. I know he got banned from going to any more Oscars and stuff like that. He probably get banned from like being on screenplays and movies and stuff like that. He probably not gonna be, first runner up to be casted or whatnot. He probably got canceled.
That's a good perspective. Actually, I never thought about that one.
Yeah. So I mean, from the other stuff that he was going through, I mean, he was already having a hard time. So the internet felt a lot. I felt like the internet felt a lot of sympathy for him. You know what I'm saying? Because you had his wife had an affair, and then they had a show to talk about it. Like,
hey, that was some. I'm like, yo,
they just put it out there on the internet. Like,
yo,
that's that shit that I keep. That's that shit I would keep to myself.
Yes,
like we was talking about. Like,
look, this is between us. Like,
right.
what? Hell no.
But
but but you got to think he allowed it.
He did. He was egging it. He was going with it.
All right. So why do you think he allowed it?
I don't know. It could be. I think it's probably like personal reasons, right? I don't know Will Smith personally, but I feel like, his life is completely different from mine. So
yeah,
maybe it's something. Maybe he with all the stuff that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just trying to live his truth. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people took it the wrong way and was calling him weak and stuff like that and emotional. But hey, men got emotions too, So
yeah, that's how we started this podcast.
Yeah,
exactly.
Men got emotions just because we cried don't mean just because you cry don't mean you soft. You know what I'm saying?
I think that makes us strong to be able to show the emotion.
Yeah. I mean, he a brave one for that. Like I don't think I'd be on live crying. Like
Yes, Hey, I cry with you. I cry with you over here.
Yeah.
Hey, don't record me. We can talk about it though, but don't record me. Hey, I cry over here. Hey.
I cry over here. Nigga.
Hey, yeah, nigga, and that's what I just said. I think to be able to cry is strong for a man.
Oh, he said you're gonna kiss with him. It better be by Hitman. Okay.
Yeah. But like it takes strength. It takes strength. Like
for a man to cry. Him.
Nah, ain't no.
But the internet's gonna be the internet. At the end of the day, it's some funny things on there, some horrible things on there. But the people, they say whatever they get a wind of. They talking about that. What's that kid name? About to go to the league.
Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
He weak. His girl doing this and doing that. Like I don't know.
This they made him delete his IG. Like
they made him delete his IG.
No, they didn't. He closed
he closed
all
the attention probably made that man. And see, now think about it. Now, what do you think that does to that man's mental health? Since we're speaking on men's mental health, all that in the media, all this fame, and then all this public humiliation with the lady who you choose to want to be fiance. The world feel like she's just using you for your money. Like, how do you think that does to a man? What do you think that does to a man?
That hurts.
It does. That hurt. That hurt. That probably hurt hard because he probably thinking something that now is out in the public. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
and only he knows. Like he's still there for a reason. Literally, he can have any chick he wants. He's still there for a reason. So only he knows his truth.
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely. Like whether he want to stick it out with her or not, but I mean, the dirt was done.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, it's not the first time it happened. Oh, it happened before. I mean, at some point, you got to stop feeling sympathy for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, you gotta be like, hey, brother, if this keeps happening, you might want to change course a little bit. You still young.
Hey,
he's still young.
Definitely agree with that.
You still young. I
mean, a lot of options.
I don't know too many people that there's some true success stories out there, but I don't know too many people that got together in their early teens, early 20s. I mean, late teens, early 20s, and just kind of stuck it out forever. Like, somebody gonna piss you off. Like,
Okay, all right. I see you,
Right.
Marshall.
Right. He said, you know what I'm saying? Like, men with money, they already know that she's with me for the money. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
I know she here for the money. That don't bother me.
All
That's
right,
why I got the money.
Let's look at the other side. So he get to do what the fuck he want to then.
Now, does he? Is that a selfish mindset?
I think it's a fair mindset.
It's a fair mindset. So because I make a lot of money, it's okay for me.
No, if she's doing that shit to me.
Oh, if she's doing okay.
Yeah.
Fair game, right? I get you.
Yeah.
I get you absolutely.
But
right.
you never know. They probably got an agreement together. You know what I'm saying? They probably talked about some shit like this before and said, "You do your thing, I can do my thing."
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and now the world is seeing it and not understanding what they have going on,
not understanding the dynamic of their relationship, because every relationship is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
That's why when we was talking about people to talk to and stuff like that, like especially when it comes to relationship problems, like don't talk to family, bro.
Don't talk to family and certain friends, because to me, if I'm not finna go to my single friend about relationship advice. I'm not finna go to a friend that I know got a terrible relationship about relationship advice. And I feel like well, women would do that. They would take advice from their friend that's getting beat on about their relationship, about their man not giving them enough attention. You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts.
And the girl getting and the girl that's getting beat on.
It's single women giving relationship advice to people, and they ain't in no relationship. You know
that should be canceled. Can we cancel that? We want to cancel. Can we cancel single bitter women giving relationship advice? Can we cancel that?
But yeah, that shit happens all the time. You be like, how you gonna listen to this? She knows nothing about your relationship.
You know speaking of relationships, women need to stop telling their friends everything.
Their business.
That goes
absolutely.
on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they friend gonna go to resent you, and she's still in love with you. You know what I'm saying?
She's in love with you.
Yeah,
absolutely. This is absolute faction.
That has to stop.
Friends, family members. That's why I say like I would say keep yourself in house. I mean, and get that third party opinion. Go get a third party opinion.
Nigga, you and Antonio, two of my closest friends. I'm not about to call y'all and tell y'all what the fuck going on in my house.
We don't even do stuff like that, bro. I'm not about to do that. I mean,
that's right. But that also goes back to men not having an outlet.
That goes back to Alfred saying we need a therapist too.
Right. So another topic: immigration policies, the complexity of immigration laws, and their impact on society. Especially in light of the recent and global events. How do you feel about immigration and the policies behind it?
All right, so immigration, I fuck with it. I mean, if you do it the right way.
I think our immigration system here in America is broken. Either they try to do one or two things. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do. Either they trying to make you wait it out, so then you don't, like, people don't come.
Yeah.
Or they just don't care.
So what do you think about all the other people, the refugees that were dumped here and got, temporary visas versus people who's been trying for years and haven't been approved?
I think it's unfair. I mean, I think it's unfair because, you got people that's been looking at trying to get a visa and go through the legal process and do it the way it's supposed to be done. But then you got people that just crossing the border. Like,
so how do you feel about that?
I should just bring my wife to the border.
I feel like, hey, if you made it across, you here. That's how I feel. If you made it across, you here.
You know,
across you.
Hey, you went through a lot of shit.
And then we can go through the rest of the legal stuff afterwards. I mean, to me, you go through the legal process, you submit your application, and get green card, because that's what me and my wife are going through right now. And bro, it's mentally draining and very frustrating. There's no help desk number you can call. You can't call anybody to talk about your application. And they just keep having this like timeline thing for you, and just be like, started out for me 3 months, then it went to 5 months, then it went to 7 months. And each of these months, you know what I'm saying? I waited 3 months to get a decision, and then it bumped up to 5, then it bumped up to 7, and now it's bumped back up to 12 months. So I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what y'all doing? Like, how long does it take to review a document? I mean, granted, you get thousands and thousands of fucking applications every month, right? 20,000, but you're also closing out, 20,000 cases a month.
Right.
So, yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, we got good workers with these immigrants. Like, I do construction, so I got a lot of Venezuelans, and they're going through some government shit. They got like fucking two fucking separate governments there, and they're having the same fucking problem.
Right.
But they're great workers.
Right. Now
they're like amazing.
I can see somebody trying to escape their country.
Yeah.
Venezuela is in an economic downturn. They've been in an economic downturn since, like, I want to say 2017.
Yes.
And it's just been crazy over there. Like, a lot of Venezuelans fled to like other Spanish speaking countries like Spain and stuff like that. But they dollar just was started to be worth nothing. It's like you having $100 in the bank, but when you go to the corner store, your $100 can't even get you a pack of bubble gum. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're gonna bust your ass for that $100. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same situation with the same thing going on in Zimbabwe too. Their money is worthless. It's their money's so worthless. It's not even, they don't even use it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean,
goddamn, I didn't know that. Hold up, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't even use it. They use American dollars.
Yeah, I just learned something. I appreciate you. All right, so Talia, you in fucking Texas. I mean, we got Mexico right there.
I'm in a border town. How about that? Yeah. I'm in Loretto, Texas. So I'm actually in a border town. Like, yeah.
How far is that from Mission?
How far is that from where?
Mission.
From Mission?
Mission, Texas.
Oh, don't get me lying, brother. I have to Google it. Hold on, I can tell you.
But yeah, you're in a border town. Oh, so you basically on the border of Texas and Mexico.
Yes, sir. I see Mexico every day.
Yeah.
I mean, Loretto is basically Mexico, bro. I mean, 99% of the population here is Mexico. Like when I go to the restaurants, they greet you in Spanish first. They expect you to speak Spanish. Like I really gotta get my lingo up, like for real.
All right, so 99%. How much percent you think are legal?
I don't. All of them. What do you mean? Like I don't think nobody's
you know what I mean.
Trying to catch you up, isn't he?
You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to shit is that, right? Nah, I can't.
Nah.
All of them. I think everybody here is supposed to be here, and that's all I know.
That's where I was getting though. Like, if you made it over here, hey,
right. That's where like everybody here is supposed to be here, and that's the way it is. I mean, shit.
I agree.
That's how the cookie crumbles. Shit.
Like whatever you went through to get here, you made it. So hey, you can stay. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I'd be damned if I say somebody that's not worthy of being in a country that that don't belong to me. You know.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I look at it like this: the immigration laws are all geopolitics type stuff, right? America thinks everybody wants to come to America for some reason, so they limit how many people actually can come in. They have a whole bunch of like vetting process. They have a quota of how many applicants they can approve. You know what I'm saying, from different nationalities in different periods of time, right? So it makes it hard, but we need immigrants, right? I mean, without immigrants, those black people jobs that a lot of the Mexican people
jobs.
they fucking built America.
So we agreeing that there's black people jobs. That's what we're doing on Our Change today. We're agreeing that there's black jobs.
Nah, okay. I'm saying that as a joke, but
no, I mean, if that's what you think, let me know. I don't know. That's your perspective. Listen, there's no real answer because it's your perspective.
Yeah,
your perspective is my perspective. Is
I was just saying that as a joke, but yeah, because I don't believe in I don't believe in the whole black people job thing. It's a job is a job. Just some people don't want to do certain jobs, right?
And black people don't. So,
exactly. Hey, some people just don't want to. I think of it. I look at it like this. If you coming from another country and you're trying to make it work, in like going to a new country and trying to make life work, is already hard on its own. And then if you don't have the education backing, or you got to do what you can to put food on the table. Yeah, shit, these bills be piling up. So, if most immigrants that come over here are looking for a better life, so they'll take whatever job they can take, no matter what it is. If they got to go clean sewers and rake up shit all day, they will willingly take that job. Versus even myself, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm gonna go rake up some shit. Let me go see if I can find something else.
Yeah. Can
you knock them for that? Can you knock them for that because they're willing to do jobs that you're not willing to do?
Never.
To me, that's more commendable because they're willing to do shit that I'm willing to take a pay that I'm not willing to take.
Yeah, you need them. Like if you for me, for instance, like if I want to clean my house, hire a maid.
Yeah.
Do I look down on her for cleaning my house? No, should she look down on me because I don't want to clean my own house? Like,
yeah, I like the way you put that. Yeah. She need it done, and you need it done.
She's offering the service.
It's a mutual service.
It's a mutual agreement. But
it's Mission, Texas to Laredo, Texas is 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay. I was looking at property out
there. Back to that, we take advantage of them. So America does.
I say everybody take advantage of everybody, bro. I want to say I want to say that everybody takes advantage of people that's in need, right?
Yeah.
Like if you went to Lowe's and seen somebody hanging outside looking for work or whatnot, are you taking advantage of them because you can hire them for a little bit less than you going to a professional company like a professional contracting company and paying somebody to do the same job? But if they can do it for a lot less, are we taking advantage of them?
Yeah. And you say Lowe's, it's more at home.
But are you taking advantage of someone? But hold on. Let me play devil advocate. Are you taking advantage of someone who willingly accepts a certain pay?
Yeah, or are you helping them?
Or are you helping them?
Both?
You're doing a little bit of both. I'm helping you, obviously put money in your pocket, and you helping me get the best deal I could possibly get. And I don't know nobody that want to pass up deals.
Hey, that's some real shit. Hey.
There you go. Hey, if
I got a deal on these,
but it's $5 over here, nigga. I might drive an extra hour to go get it for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not using those price points, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm taking advantage of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I get what you're saying. If I was buying a car and it's $500 less and it's an hour away, I'll drive the hour away to save me $500 on the car.
Exactly, because
so
gas
is
Well, you say $450. because gas.
Marshall checking in with us. What he said.
I'll let you respond to that, Mister.
Yes.
What did he say?
He said they get something better than what they would have in their own country. That's 100%. That is, people would take jobs, bro. When I was in Qatar, that's a very expensive country. If you want a life, like you gonna pay.
There was Lambos on the side of the fucking highway when we went to the mall. There's a fucking a boat in the mall.
But they got people over there working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week for $400 a month.
Damn.
But that's more money than they're making their home country. You feel me? So they there because they want to make some money. You know?
Right.
And that's why I don't like geopolitics, because the way that, you know.
What is geopolitics? Explain that.
So it's geopolitics and world economics kind of they play a role together. So you know how a dollar's worth a dollar, right? But if you was to convert it over to another currency, you know, it might be worth like $5 in their money or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I think that the powers that be that kind of run the world orchestrated this in a certain way in order to have that labor force to do the shit that they don't want to do. That makes sense, right? Like,
right.
So
I feel like so you saying like the elites suppress certain countries so that those countries would have to take and be laborers because that's more of a luxury than what they're given in their own country.
Correct.
We suck them dry. Now you need our resources just to be at a status quo. So you're going to come to here to get it.
That's exactly what goes on. I think so. That's just my opinion, but I think that's exactly what goes on when it comes to like the whole policies on immigration. Since we're talking about the immigration thing, like some countries don't matter where you from, as long as you can come do the work, they'll give you a visa. But at the end of the day, we wouldn't do a job like that because what's $400 a month? Like
that's
in America,
we feel like that's beneath us. Yeah,
$400 a month, you'd be like,
shit, I still got sleep in the shelter.
What I'm supposed to do with this? $400. You can spend $400 just blanking.
Yeah,
there you
go.
go.
I go to the labor pool and make more than that, nigga. What?
So I think like that plays a big part on, you know, why a lot of people want to come to America and stuff like that, right? They get more bang for their buck. So they look at it like if they come over here and make $20,000 a year, you know what I'm saying? But back in their home country, they probably only made $5,000 or $8,000 a year. That's a come up for them because they can send money back home, build them a house, you know, do stuff like that.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
You know, so that's why I think we have an immigration. Do we have an immigration problem? I think the immigration process is the problem.
Okay.
Because it does take so long to weed. I think they try to weed people out or something like that, but it does take so long that, you know, people want to come in illegally because
of the process, and it takes too long to come in the legal way.
And then they're working under the table.
And they don't have 2 years. Some people need to get out their country right now.
Exactly. And where they gonna go? They come straight to. They done went. Them motherfuckers came straight from Venezuela. I don't know how they walked because there's no road between South America and Central America. But for some reason they walked. They didn't ride a car. They weren't on a boat. They didn't get in the plane.
They know some shit that we don't know.
They walked through Mexico to get here. If that ain't enough, hey, Y'all want to work for me? Come on.
Hey, I like that drive you got. I like that. You got a good work ethic.
Y'all dedicated. What I gotta pay you? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we got a question from Marshall.
Oh, I think that's a crazy. I mean, a border wall is just a crazy idea. Like I said,
I could climb a wall. Nigga, give me a ladder. Nigga, all right. I'll go over the wall.
You ain't seen them videos where people be that the walls that Trump was building, people just be climbing them joints and jumping over.
And it's not even fully finished. Like, nigga, I'm gonna walk around the wall then. Nigga, I'm gonna go to this side. Let's go walk around the wall. Like, yeah, a wall.
But yeah, I think that border wall is just, it's a crazy concept. I mean, I believe that, you know, God put us on earth. There's no borders. All these borders are invisible lines drawn by man to segregate everyone. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Keep people in their little circles. And, you know, like I said, the powers that be to put all this stuff together. I feel like they mind mapped this thing out. They were just like, yeah, we're going to stay at the top. We're going to make sure we at the top. Keep everybody down here. Use all their labor and services so then I can eat and live luxury. Because that's what being rich is. You're using other people, hard work.
So Marshall said, what if I told you? Yeah. What if I told you that the greatest border wall ever built is now a tourist destination for the Great Wall of China? Yeah. That's real.
That's real.
Hey, and that's who we're going to interview this weekend. We're going to interview him this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to have Marshall on this weekend.
And that's
some shit. That's some shit. I know what you're about to say. Yeah, that's some shit.
And think about it. The wall in Berlin, what did they do? They beat it down. You don't remember that?
They did. They tore that thing down.
Hey, look, man, walls are made to be broken. Is that what they said? You know, barriers are made to be broken. So I don't think that a wall is significant enough. I feel like somebody who's dedicated to walk from Venezuela to America is going to get through, no matter how he had to get through.
That's what I was saying, nigga. If you got here, let them stay.
And I think that's what mostly happened, right? And why they did allow everybody to come through and get their visas. They were just like, they walked all the way here. They don't got nowhere to go. They ain't got no food. They barely got water. You know what I'm saying? They just here.
And they gonna work.
Do you feel morally, if somebody was at your front door and you can look at them, they look like they're in distress and they ask you for a cup of water, would you give them a cup of water? You got water in the house?
Yeah.
I would, morally. Like, I'd be like, nigga, you look thirsty. You want something to eat too?
Hey, real shit. Hey,
I don't know what's going on with you, bro, but I help you out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can't do
that. But get you a hot meal.
Hey, you can't stay too long.
You can't stay
for a little bit.
Yeah.
You can warm up.
Hey.
You can get out the cold for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get loved on properly while you're here.
All right, so
you can't stay.
Hey, with that being said, all right, so when there's people out there with the homeless signs, do y'all give them anything?
You said homeless lights? Oh,
the signs.
The signs.
You said the signs.
Oh, nah.
I give when I feel compelled to give. You know what I mean? I feel like when the spirit moves me to do so, I do so. If the spirit don't move me, then I don't.
Okay. I get, if I like the sign, if I like what the fuck the shit say, nigga kept it real, all right, I'll do it.
Marshall said that they're flocking to America like it's the holy land they lost.
That's true. That's because we have opportunities in America. See, one thing about it, if they had come over here and have a kid, it used to be that kid is American citizenship. So it gives them a better opportunity in life. You know what I'm saying? They can go to school, and I see it a lot. Like Hispanic, their culture is just like they will bust their ass to get to the next level. They will bust their ass for their kids to make sure their kids have the opportunity to get to the next level.
Right.
And those are the ones who need to be able to stay here. Fuck everything else.
And to me, that's commendable.
Yes.
You know,
that is. But still doesn't help our broken processes, and we're not going to be able to fix the processes until we can get
some of these people out of these seats. We have to get people out of these seats. The only way we make changes is if we have change, and until we have different people in these seats, we won't have none. You know what I'm saying? It starts with your primaries. It starts with your House representatives and your Senate. Then, you know what I'm saying? All those seats have to change. You got the whole law about having a Supreme Judicial Court judge have their job for a lifetime. To me, is something that should be changed and to be as outdated doctrine. You know what I mean? To me, it should be changed out seats just like everything else, and it should be voted on who has that seat, just like on everything else.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
All right, so how you feel about like the Constitution? How you feel about the amendments and all that?
I feel
that
like
was made a long time ago.
I feel like the Constitution. Let's be real. The Constitution was not made for any other party other than
Caucasians. Or what?
You said it, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. They should have term limits.
Right.
Because they just be sitting in the house collecting money, bruh. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, there is term limits on the House and Senate. It's not terms. It's not a term limit on a judge. And I feel like everything should be equal, just like they have in the Senate and the House. You know, because in both of those, you know what I mean, you're voted in and voted out.
Yeah. I can see that.
But when you're a Supreme Court judge, you're a Supreme Court judge for life. Just like when
you got to retire.
Just like when you're a president, you're the president for life.
Yeah.
You consider you just can only do 4 terms, but your title for life is considered president. You have Secret Service for the rest of your life. People still greet you as President Obama because he still was the fucking President Obama. He's just not the sitting president. They'll call you they'll call you your number, like 42.
Hey, nigga,
President number 42.
42. Yeah. You gotta say my name. All right, so
listen. Look at what the marshal said. He said, "Do you know there's someone that has been in Senate for over 30 plus years and 8 years vice president, then president, then 50 years of service is still not being qualified?"
Hey, we're gonna have a good ass interview with Marshall.
Yeah. So there was a senator for 30 plus years, then 8 years of vice president, and then 50 years of service and still not qualified. Listen to that shit.
Hold up.
I feel like
who the fuck is that? Bernie Sanders?
So the Senate. So I just looked it up. So the senators, these U.S. senators, they don't have a term limit. That means they can keep running over and over and over and over and over again
until they retire. Yeah.
The U.S. House representatives don't have a term limit neither. The vice president doesn't have a term limit. The only person that really has a term limit, on the federal level, is the president. 2 terms, 4 years each. You got to get out. We got to pick somebody else. But as a senator,
the Senate, they can continue to run, but they have the option to be voted out.
Yeah, no, I mean you got
that's the difference. That's the difference. But that's what I'm saying. Ain't no voting for those Supreme Court judges. You can't be voted out. That's my thing. When you become a Supreme Court judge, you ain't no voted out.
Yeah, I ain't know that. Okay.
Yeah, the only way you get out is if they impeach you from being a judge.
It says okay. So Supreme Court. It says here Supreme Court.
Hey, look, he said that was Joe Biden's career.
That motherfucker Marshall. Oh my fucking God.
Oh man. Oh Joe.
Yeah, because he been in the game for a long time. That's what he need to go ahead. I mean, shoot, when does Trump take over office?
January 20th or some shit around there. January.
And it was like the 22nd or something like that.
Something around there.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
Hey, don't quote me either. But speaking of Trump, hey, Trump is a motherfucker.
Is that a
good hey, and I like him. For like, you know, the motherfucker is outspoken. He keep it very straight up. Like, I don't know, it's something about the motherfucker. And he got black people into politics. Nigga.
That's a strong statement.
You said what?
That's a strong statement.
Yeah, nigga, he got black people into politics. We paid attention to that. That's when, like, okay, yeah, Obama.
Would you say black people into politics or more black people into politics?
More, but
okay. I think you have some listeners that would feel a little indifferent about that statement.
That's fine. But yeah, Obama got us on, you know, but we paid more attention to when Trump, because it's controversy. We like controversy. People like problems. People like outspoken people. And he was a different kind of president. And it made us pay more attention. That's
Loving Lyrics. What's up? Shout out to you. I see you on Instagram. I'll go ahead. I'm just shouting out people who I see. Unapologetically Frank. Baby Poems. Miracle Child, J Rock, Slim Body Gemini, Special K. We see.
Hold up, what the hell are you looking at?
I'm on Instagram looking at all the names that was in the live.
Okay.
How good y'all keep going?
Yeah, but I think, yeah, when Obama came, yeah, black people got into it, but the controversy Trump caused made us get more into politics because he was animated. The nigga was on Twitter every day. You know who on Twitter? Niggas.
Niggas.
Yeah, he was animated and like
was
every
it,
day.
Would you say African American voters, or would you say young people?
I would say,
or would you say young African American voters?
Any way you want to put it, I would say young African. Yeah, I would say that. Whoever uses fucking Twitter, like he was like every day it was something.
I don't have a Twitter.
So young.
I have a Twitter, but I don't use it.
So young. Nigga, we old.
I don't use half of social media apps though, man. I'm far gone off of social media apps, Facebook and all that stuff, man. I mean, right, Instagram, I scroll. I do.
Hey, let's take the media. Let's take the social out of it. The media.
Okay.
The media made it even more powerful.
I think that, you know, so I only disagree with you and say like on one thing. I don't know if Trump got more black people to vote. I wouldn't necessarily say that he got more African Americans into the voting booth. I think he just really highlighted how messed up our country was. Like, he put it at the forefront. Like,
all right, so not even to vote, but we paid more attention because.
I mean, yeah, policies do dictate. Like, the president can make executive orders. They control the military and do all that other stuff. And the people that we put in all these senators and representatives to vote on these bills and laws and stuff for us. I just think that, like, it's a very boring concept. You can watch C-SPAN all day. I don't know if y'all ever seen C-SPAN, that channel where they vote on bills and shit all day.
I never said watch C-SPAN.
And see, C-SPAN is the channel where all the senators will get together and they're going there and pitch their votes for whatever bills they want to pass.
Right.
Nobody's really, and one of the things why I even brought that up, because a lot of people, I think that we are miseducated on how our political system actually works, right?
Right.
The only people we really care about is the president and vice president, and then
a lot of
people
they got to get passed through the House. Yeah,
the House and the Senate. It has to pass through all three, and then the president has to sign off on it.
Yes.
So you know what I mean? It has to have all three approvals for a bill to go into law.
Okay, with that being said, if the fucking Republicans run the fucking shit, and the nigga Trump said, if I ran for president, I'm gonna run Republican because they're stupid. He literally said that.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
And then you get that majority party, and they're on your side.
A lot of people don't like Trump, but I commend Trump. I think Trump has that winner's mentality attitude. Like the nigga's going out.
I voted for him.
He's gonna win. He's gonna try to win at everything that he does.
Yes, he's a businessman.
He's very particular about how he does it, right? I mean, he done told a lot of lies, he done said a lot of things, but he knows how to he knows how to get that attention to him, right? He knows how to spark a controversial conversation or make other people have controversial conversations. In good press or bad press, it doesn't matter. The attention is on you.
Okay. They say no publicity is there's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, since we're speaking on social media, how do you feel about the impacts of social media on society? That also includes like the decisions about the censorship and the misinformation and the responsibility of having a platform.
All right, so how I feel about social media, and then first of all, I'm gonna start with my kids because you got to teach them because there's a lot of bullying going on that shit.
On social media?
Yes, and I got to teach them. I'm strong on this. I got a lot of girls, so I'm strong on this. You're not supposed to give a fuck what nobody say. Like, hey, what they say?
Sticks and stones.
Like shit like that. Hey, we're not gonna deal with that. Also, what I do teach them is, hey, you gonna beat a motherfucking ass if we got problems.
Oh Lord.
It's a lot of y'all. Hey, we're not doing no bullying. We're not doing none of that shit. But we're gonna try and solve the problem before we resort to that.
Right.
But it's all about how you take it and how you look at it. Like it can be a really good thing or a really bad thing.
As far as social media, so what do you think is the responsibility for someone who is considered like an influencer or someone who is famous?
Just be you. Ooh, that's what got you there.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like, what do you think is their responsibility for, like, you know, spreading misinformation or, you know, being a role model, et cetera, et cetera?
I think everybody's a role model.
Or censorship.
It depends what you did to get famous.
Or censorship, just like me, like, you know, oh shit, my bad. I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing you, bro. My bad, Marshall. I'm just not seeing it.
I think it depends on what got you famous.
He said it takes 1 year for disability to kick in. They can't get. We can't get nothing accomplished. I agree. We can't get nothing accomplished because we argue too much. We argue about the stupidest stuff. Like we've been arguing about in the politics. We've been arguing about abortion. Why? You know, like I'm
nature of ash. I see you.
Why this was a big topic for the election? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we arguing about abortion? Like,
yeah.
I mean, from a male's perspective, I don't think anybody's trying to. I don't think I think it was a misconception when people think, oh, Trump is going to do this about abortion and stuff like that, but he literally gave it up to the states. So your state representatives that you elected for are the ones that's telling you yeah or nay. You know what I'm saying? And so then you have to, but people blame the president for stuff that he has no control over.
People, they don't read.
They just listen to
people don't educate themselves. I think it goes beyond just reading. People really don't educate themselves, and people go off misinformation of what someone else telling them without fact checking the information that is being said. You even got to fact check what the news say. You know what I mean? The news can lie to you just like anything else.
The news lie all the time. What you mean?
It's called propaganda. You know what I mean? Like,
the news is a big liar.
Hey, y'all about to get me started. Hold the fuck up. Yeah. I mean that goes back to like they're just reading little snippets of social media. They don't like look into the information or anything. They just listen to fucking Fox News.
I think I'm gonna do a social experiment.
All right, what's that?
So just make a random post, post it on Instagram, see how many people like just say something controversial or whatever. See how many people actually bite and take the bait and have a conversation about it.
Right.
Just to see how crazy you can influence people by just a simple post, right?
Yeah.
Like I would take that up as a social experiment. But you know, this is kind of social media too. But back to
absolutely social media. I mean, we're live on social media. We're literally live on Instagram and YouTube.
But back to your original question, like what do you think the responsibility of like an influencer or something like that is? I think it whatever fits in their domain or realm, because there's something for everybody. You got people over here talking about ants. You got people over here talking about volcanoes, and, you know, everything else in between. But you know, they can find success and give the information that they perceive they want to give to their audience. So I don't necessarily know if there's like a moral compass. Like I wouldn't necessarily tell anybody something that I wouldn't do. And then we had that whole talk about the cancel culture and stuff. I wouldn't, like, morally, if I'm talking to you about it, this is where I'm living. Like,
yeah. Like, nigga, but that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, all right, you a hood nigga, and like, nigga, you got fucking viral off being a hood nigga. Like, how are you gonna like address the youth?
Pretty much, I would say you don't. Right? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Nigga, I'm gonna keep doing what got me this way. Not me in general, because if I was a nigga, you know,
right? You speaking from that perspective, right?
Yeah, it's growth. Like I'd be like, okay, I don't want you to do what I had to do to get here, pretty much. But it's hard to teach that to kids when it's already instilled there. You got famous off them. It's already instilled in their head, like they're kids, like, and it's already instilled in them.
I feel like I hate to say it. Like even us now, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm conscious of things that I say because I understand that everything we say is impressionable. You know what I'm saying? And I know that we have, and even though even when I put on YouTube, I put that this is not for children. You know what I'm saying? Just because like we have adult conversations, there's no telling what comes up. Even in still in that regard, I'm still conscious of what I'm saying because like I feel like I have a responsibility having this platform to dictate what comes off of this platform, because the premises of our platform is art for change. So our premise is about being about a positive change and letting art be the catalyst of that, because art connects all of us, because no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, no matter your demographic or understanding or belief system, we all can appreciate art. So that is
and they gonna see my change because you know I be going off, so I'm gonna get better every episode because I be fucking snapping. So they gonna see that change too. Like, hey, grow, and they gonna see that change. but I'm gonna still be me. Like you can still grow and still be you.
Exactly, baby. That's what we doing.
You can grow. And we try to, I try to give positive words of advice. You ain't trying to give nobody no terrible advice. So, Art for Change podcast.
Hey, hold up, forget. AI is taking over.
What are your thoughts on AI? Because I have positive and negative thoughts on AI, and I'm a person that uses AI. I even took a course called Courses.
You took an AI course?
I took an AI course called Courses, and it taught me how to teach it to get certain responses, how to use the prompt. Exactly. That's what it taught me how to teach.
Depending on how you write the prompt, you can get very different answers.
Absolutely. So you know what I'm saying. I done played with it, and I actually used it to come up with some of our scripts. But even though we always go off script, you know what I mean. I use it to come up with some of our questions for our guests. So yeah, man. I think there is pros and cons of using AI if you know what you're doing and how you're doing it. I mean, because you still have to make the prompt to get your results. So it's still authentically yours. But I would never use AI for like a poem, you know what I mean? But I would use AI for a resume.
Right. Something that can be cookie cuttered, and you know what I'm saying, everybody looks for the same keywords in resumes.
Yeah, because I mean that poem, like you do poetry, that's organic. That's from you.
Yeah. Right.
You don't
right. And I don't think
want that.
I don't need AI to write a poem on how I feel. I don't think that's something like the lyrical paradigm said when she was on. That's not something that a poem can do. Miss Lyrical Paradigm. Let me get that right.
Yeah, hey, don't forget that part. Yeah.
Don't forget that Miss Paradigm. All right.
Yeah, it does have positive, and I mean, just like with anything new that's being introduced, is going to be, you can use it for good, you can use it for bad, right? It's going to be a point in time where, and I know a lot of like AI engineers is like trying to work on keeping it censored to the government's liking or whatever the country's liking, but at the end of the day, I mean, with any new technology, cars were good before people started driving cars all the time. There weren't no car accidents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But soon, cars are a good thing. It got people from point A to point B a lot faster, right?
But with everything, with every pro, there's cons.
There's cons. You got people that's abusing the laws. I mean, being erratic when they're driving and stuff like that. I mean, I think there's always going to be a negative thing that comes out of it, but I think AI do more positive for the community. Now, one of the things I don't like is that a lot of kids are using it to do schoolwork, which I think they're getting dumber as time goes on, right? Because they do have the capabilities where they don't have to think about stuff so much, and they could use AI to do the thinking for them.
Right.
Yeah, but what about AI taking jobs?
And look, Marshall said his artificial intelligence. He said my art is too official for Intel engines. You know what I mean? Stop playing with it. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So back to that taking jobs.
I don't necessarily think AI is going to take jobs. I think it'll create jobs.
Right.
Just like okay, let's just say y'all work in construction, right? Y'all use these big ass machines to lift shit. I mean, before they had these big ass machines, they had more people lifting the shit. Are we mad at the machine because the machine, some of the people had to find new
took some of the work out of it.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think AI is gonna make life easier because people are always looking for comfortability and try to make their life a lot easier. But on the downturn, when people say it's going to be taking people's jobs, I think it's going to create more jobs because somebody still has to maintain the AI. It might not be the same type of job, but
it's still a job. You know what? You
let's
know
look
what I
at
think?
let's look at Walmart. Nigga, there's never nobody
As a
scanning
cashier.
your shit. It's self-checkout. So let's look at that.
Self-checkout lines, right.
Well,
That's-
Walmart sucks. like Walmart did that on their own. Like, I mean, why hire people when you I mean, from a business perspective, it makes a lot of sense. Why hire people when you can pay one flat rate for a machine? All you might have to do is do maintenance on it, but you don't gotta that shit never stops. You know, a robot doesn't quit working. A robot will work all night. Even the AI models that we use are trained by AI models to come up with different techniques. NVIDIA, the guy that owns NVIDIA says they built an AI model to help them build better computer chips for AI.
Right.
He said that
Okay.
machine runs all day, every day, analyzing different strategies and putting stuff together. Yes, a human being has to still be on the other side because whatever it you know,
malfunctions. Yeah,
no,
You still have to.
whatever it produces, you might still have to modify it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might not be perfect, but it did most of the complicated work for you. It came up with a new solution. You got to test it out. You got to do all this other stuff. Is it taking people's jobs? That he's building AI to help build more AI stuff. Like, so
Nigga, I watch iRobot.
that's automation all day.
I mean, but Google search is AI. Theory is AI.
It's a form of AI. Yeah,
It's a form of it, right?
Yeah,
right.
It's a form of how to use.
Every time you use Google search, that's a form of AI.
Yep, they have an AI model that. But Google's Google's a monster. Okay, they're a monster. Google's a monster. But I like AI. I think it's gonna be great. I use AI all the time.
Nigga, you're in IT. Of course you like it. Nigga, you're gonna be running the robots, motherfucker.
But I don't know how to. I don't. AI is just a whole bunch of complicated math that I'm not versed on at all. Right? It's just the most likely possibility of what comes next, based off all this data that I collected. And it basically, if you look at it from like a 3D model perspective, like a 3D model, like each data point has a different, they call it like index numbers, right?
Yeah.
Has a different velocity. And whatever you type in there, it's just reading your lines and saying, okay, well, I think I can predict that this is going to come next because after this word,
only so many options.
This is what makes sense, right? This is what makes sense to me. Like it, and it's just a math equation, and they just keep folding it over and over and over and over and over again until it spits out you a result. I think it's fucking amazing. Whoever came up with that, like, that's some genius type stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be rich forever.
Yeah, I need to go into computer engineering. I need to go into some shit like that.
Yeah, but yeah, AI is great, bro. I don't think it's gonna take jobs. I think it's gonna create new opportunities. It's just that people fear change. I think that's one of the main problems, like especially like changing career fields and stuff like that. Like that's a hard thing to do.
Right.
Yes. Because
then
change is good.
Change from the bottom again. Huh?
I feel like change is inevitable.
It is. And everything is going to change. I think so too. I think everything is always evolving and changing. You know what I'm saying? They say men were living in caves and stones and Stone Age type stuff. But as you can see now, within our lifetime, bro, like I'm 35. Within our lifetime, bro, when I was born, I think Nintendo was just coming out. I think Nintendo came out in 91.
Cell phones.
PlayStation came out in 91. Look at it. We got PlayStation 5 now. Like,
yeah.
Like, we didn't have no cell phones growing up.
I mean, think about it.
Think about
it. We lived through the era of a flip phone, and we thought that shit was badass.
Yeah.
Then they gave us the first smartphone. We thought that shit was badass. And now we got iPhones and Apple Watches and eyeglasses and all this shit.
Yeah, everything is going to continue evolving. We're going to try to make life as easy as possible. people, because you know what, people pay for convenience. I think that's kind of what it boils down to.
And it boils down to adapting.
Do you know Bill Gates said that he doesn't hire a good worker, he hires a lazy one? He said because a lazy person is going to find an easy way to do the job.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Thanks. Automate. That's what
I like that. Oh,
I use that in my. I use that every day. People be like, "What are you doing?" I'll be like, "I'm trying to automate myself out of a job." So when people be sitting there and be like, "You don't do nothing," no, nigga, I did it already. It's actually ready now. I might have to make some tweaks and stuff, but you know, hey, it's good. I hate doing stuff over and over again. So, I mean, when it comes to IT and automation, I think if you can automate yourself out of a job where you don't have to do it no more.
That's all about. Now we talk about residual income.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, that's what money coming in automatically as residual income.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it makes sense. But you got to be that guy that do it, because if not, you're still replacing like people. You're still replacing, unless you're not like the creator or one of the higher ups.
I mean, but computers, machines, equipment, all replace people. He just used the forklift model. You know what I mean? Look how many jobs a forklift replaced. Having a forklift operator. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why we got a lot of homeless people.
I don't know.
We're taking jobs.
I don't necessarily know that's why we got a lot of homeless people. I think that, you know, so sometimes the homelessness thing is unfortunate, and sometimes people go through like really bad times in life, right?
That comes with mental illness.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that we have homeless people because automation is taking jobs. There's always going to be like Tony was saying, like everything always going to evolve. So if you're not evolving, if you're in a career field that's dying,
that's what you just said. Exactly what I mean. If you're not evolving with the time,
you gotta adapt.
Yeah, you gotta adapt. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
When you playing basketball against, you know, one person over here one day, and then you playing basketball against somebody over here one day, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta adapt your game a little bit to theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't go in there with the same strategy. You know, you can't go in there doing the same thing because it's a new person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still got your game. You still play the way you play, but you gotta adjust a little bit. You know, lock them down. You know, however you adjust to however they play. So if we talking about, you know, automation taking the jobs, some people just, you know, gotta learn how to adjust. In my opinion, I know that's kind of harsh, ain't it?
Yeah, that is pretty harsh, and I'm the hardest. Goddamn.
I mean, but
I agree though. I get what you're saying. I agree.
Either you get with the program or you get left behind.
Because it's gonna happen with or without you, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like the change is gonna come.
Someone said, I think it was Marshall that we was on the phone. We was on a conversation with Marshall earlier today, and he said the only person that is undefeated is time.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He definitely did.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So you have to continue to evolve with time. You have to move with time because time ain't. I said it in the poem. I said time take no lunch breaks because time waits for no man. That's what I said in the poem. And I said, and the next line after that was like, you have to learn how to roll with it like a snowman. You know what I mean? Come out of life's jungle, running shit like Tarzan. That's exactly how the 3 Sigmas lines came. You know what I mean? So like, and I stand by those statements. You know what I mean? Like, you know, life get rough, but like you got to learn how to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? And then you have to learn how to make your struggle your strength. You know what I'm saying? Make whatever whatever you think is your weakness, make your weakness your strength.
You gotta grow through what you go through.
Gotta go through what you grow through.
No, you gotta grow through what you go through.
Excuse me. You gotta grow through what you go through. I like that. I like
it too. I just came up with it. I like
it. I told you to put that shit on the shirt the other day, nigga. You need to copywriting that phrase or something. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised. Look, our account be saying that we have over 16,000 people looking at us.
Yeah.
We don't have 16,000 likes, but it's 16,000 people viewing our account. So best believe, somebody watching.
They'll come around.
And somebody watching. So best believe, just because they ain't hitting that like button or that share button or engaging, don't mean that they're not paying attention to what you're doing, bro. It's a lot of motherfuckers jocking from you right now. In a position that they see that you in a position that look like you about to win, and now they want to piggyback off of you. You go watch how many people now is going to start a podcast because they see you doing
it.
That's what people be doing. Piggybacking.
Well, if Marquise can do it, if BheeYou can do it, if AB can do it, if Mister Sapiosexual can do it, then surely I can.
But we kind of had the same kind of thought process. We see people do it, and we like, shit, we can do that too. I mean, we want to
and then do it our way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
absolutely.
I think AI is going to be one of the best things that happens to humanity at some point in time, but it's also going to be one of the worst things that ever happened to humanity. So,
because the motherfuckers take over, it's over for us.
So, see, I don't know why people fear that so much.
I don't fear it.
AGI is not predominantly here yet. Now ChatGPT just came out with the new O3 AI model, and it can do everything, man. It could draw for you and everything. Like, it's crazy. It's literally crazy.
It's crazy.
It's the best one out. It's the best one. It's the best AI model out right now.
Yeah, you're gonna make me have to go check that out. Hey, look, to be all the way real, this is how much I can appreciate AI. Our model, our platform, that shit right there. Hold on, let me see if I can get out the screen so you can see it.
Yeah, it's based off AI.
AI made that.
Our background, our logo was made with AI. I gave AI a prompt. I told AI what I wanted it to look like, and it curated this image. And I said, oh my gosh, that's it. And I didn't change a thing. I just added art for change, the words inside the eye. But the eye and the splash and the paint, all that shit came itself. And I loved it. And I just added the words to it, and that was our logo.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that no one else can curate that. That is our image. That's our shit.
Because you said certain words to it.
But do you think
say exactly what you said?
Do you think that's taking creativity from other individuals, right? Because actually I think it's good in a way, but it's actually kind of bad too.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, I think it was good for me because I don't fucking draw.
No, I think you use it to your advantage.
So I think, in my opinion, it was good.
But our creativity comes from just us doing this. Like, that's,
I feel the people I feel bad for really is our children and our children's children when it comes to AI, because I feel like AI is going to get to a point where
They're not
They don't have to do. They ain't got to
have
do
to
shit.
do too much.
They're not gonna have to think too much, right? And critical thinking, I think, is one of the like. I don't care how much AI you got. You write me a book report by hand. Nigga, like, I'm trying to see if you actually know what you're doing, and we can go from there. But I use AI too. I use it as like an advanced Google, though. You know what I'm saying? When I'm looking up how to get something to work, I ask, Chat GPT or Claude or something like that. Hey, my shit's looking like this. It's not working right. Put me in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
I asked ChatGPT what platform to use to be able to upload my audio to one platform and have it distributed to all other platforms. And it gave me PodServe. You know what I mean? And that's how I upload all of our content at one time at one spot, and it get distributed to all of the other places. Now it's not free; you have to pay for this service, but you know what I mean. I love easy shit. You know what I mean? And then what I love about it is as soon as we get off here, the audio is recorded. I can hit download and then send it to Pod Server. And in the morning, our episode of tonight will be uploaded and on Spotify and every other place you can find a platform. I mean, a podcast platform. So to me, that is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that, and then like you're pretty much the backbone.
For real.
Well, I have to be because don't say this is my baby, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But AI is it's gonna kick off. It's not 100%. It's not always right. I be typing stuff in the AI spit out an answer to me, and I'd be like, yo, that's wrong. That's wrong just from what I know. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, oh yeah, that is wrong. Let me redo it.
Hey, but the fact that it can correct itself is some shit.
Yeah, because I'm saying you can put something in and then it'll spit something to you, and then if you don't like it, if you pay for your AI, you can say, hey, regenerate. You know what I'm saying? Give me something else.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people got different models out there too. I think it's gonna be a game changer for everybody.
Yeah.
Because the one thing it can't do right now, I can't tell AI to go build me a StreamYard.
Right.
And it'll build me a functional working StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? Like it will start to try to do some stuff, but you still need that human element.
Still some limitations. Absolutely.
Now, when you can talk to an AI model where it can start inventing, I think the worst problem with AI and what people are scared of is once AGI comes available, which is artificial generating intelligence, which is AI actually thinking for itself. Right now, the way these AI models work, right, they take a whole bunch of data and they pack it into this model and they give it to the AI agent, and that's the only data this agent knows. And who wrote the data or who put that data into play? We did. Everything that you find on the internet comes from a human being. So all the information that AI knows right now comes from a human being, right? But when it can start creating new concepts by itself and looking at all these different, like, hey, look, I want to create my own language, like, and then just start creating his own language, right? It can even get to a point where, like,
I think that's what that movie Stealth was about with the plane. I think it was like it had like it had the artificial like generation intelligence where it would generate its own thought process and flight patterns and learn. Remember, and that's when it started, realizing that America was fucked up, and then the plane went rogue and was trying to do its own thing. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Have you ever seen how one of them AI models get trained? They have to keep doing the same thing over and over again, and most of them, like, especially like when you see like AI, like, okay, let's say Tesla, for example, right? Or a car that drives itself. It had to learn how to drive itself, right?
Right.
But it learns how to drive itself from making mistakes.
Right.
I mean, you can't put people in a car and then have the car start driving around making mistakes and shit. That's bad for business. So they put that into a testing model where it just makes mistakes, crashes, boom, crashes, boom. Okay, it knows now. The way they train the model is based on a reward system. So if it gets it right, it gets rewarded, and it says, oh, "Okay, I know." It's like training a dog. You know what I'm saying? You tell a dog to sit, you give him a treat. You tell him to lay down, you give him a treat. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you can sit and lay down. You don't need the treat no more,
Right.
because he already knows, or he's anticipating to get the treat. That's the way AI works.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it has to do stuff repetitively. You give it, you give it a treat, and it's like, okay, I know how to do that at the right time now.
All right, that makes sense. Hey. So would you get a Tesla robot?
I would.
You would?
Hell yeah. Can you imagine having somebody do your laundry and stuff and you don't gotta do shit? That nigga can work all times of day and night. It's 2:00 in the morning, niggas. I need my laundry done by tomorrow by the time I wake up. I need my work clothes. You ain't gotta argue with it. You ain't gotta do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that. I like that too. Yeah.
Said I want a bomb disposal robot dog. I've seen those little dogs too.
Nigga, Kai Cenat had one on his fucking live stream.
That's crazy.
Did he buy one of those expensive ass robots?
What robots he had? He had a Tesla robot.
Nigga, I don't know. It was a robot though.
It was a robot. He had some robot.
It was a robot though.
Hey,
He had a robot.
Hey, they had a robot. Nigga, talk to you and all that shit. Like, real shit, bro.
I mean, with a Tesla robot, 20 bands. So, I mean, it's kind of feasible. It's like buying a mini car.
Y'all seen the Bicentennial Man? Is that what we're going to? You ever seen that movie? You ever seen that movie Bicentennial Man? You never seen that movie?
No, I ain't seen that one.
Oh my gosh. I'm the only one to see Bicentennial Man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. Damn. So it's a movie about Robert Williams plays in this movie. He's a robot. But he's like a flesh-looking, human-looking robot. You know what I'm saying? But he upgraded throughout the years because he first looked just like an actual robot. Then he goes through this cycle, lives so many lives, and then he gets like trials through like ethnic trials to get turned to a human. When he's bicentennial, because I think he turns like 100 years old or some shit like that. Yeah, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
I might have to check that movie out.
Yeah, bro. You guys.
I want a bomb disposable robot dog. Yeah, this motherfucker.
Man, you so slow.
We definitely talked about that 5 minutes ago.
Hey, the shit was still popped up on there. Hey, motherfuckers.
Hey, it's been real with y'all fellas tonight, man. We're going on 2 hours, and I need to give me something to eat. So we're gonna close the show tonight, man. I appreciate y'all hanging with us, ladies and gentlemen. Before you do anything, or if you do anything, and if you're in the art world, be sure to art for change. Peace and love.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Like and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe. Thank you. And we on all platforms at Art for Change Podcast. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Amazon Music, Pandora. Man, if you search If you search Art for Change podcast, you're gonna find us. Peace and love, y'all. And we out.
Let's get it.
All right, my Marshall. We appreciate you hanging out with us, my boy.